Olga Kaminsky here, and I have a couple of questions for you. Who are you, and what are you doing with your life? Now, who are you? You might have some easy answers that just pops up into your head. I'm a mom, I'm a wife, I'm a daughter, I'm a Reiki master, I'm a holistic health practitioner. Those are the different roles that I play. But it's easy to say when someone asks you, well, who are you? That could be the answer. But if we look underneath all these different roles, all the different hats that we wear, um, who are we? Are we a little spark of the divine light? Are we these little spiritual beings running around and having these earthly experiences? I think we are, right? And you get to remember that if you practice meditation or mindfulness. Or even if you ask yourself that question, you don't have to have a full-blown official meditation practice to feel that in your bones, that that's true. So if that is who you are, then what are you doing with your life? How the divine being is experiencing this earthly plane? What are you doing? Where are you working? What are you doing for a living? What are you eating? How are you dealing with people? How does knowing that you are a divine being affect your choices, your everyday choices? There's little things. Sometimes it's easy to feel spiritual or divine when you are in a peaceful environment, when you're sitting in meditation by yourself or with a group of people, but then does it change, does it affect how you are dealing with stressful situations, how you're doing shopping, how much stuff you're buying, what you're driving, what kind of food you're eating. So all of that becomes somewhat of a question. But beyond that, there is a bigger question of, well, what are you actually doing with your life? Is your life waking up, going to work, hustling with a lot of different things, going to bed year after year, decade after decade, and being a little older, and then what? So just thinking about that, and I don't think there is really a right answer, so I'm not here to tell you that, oh, you should be doing this because you are a divine being and this is what you should do, because I don't think there's a right answer. I think it's important to ask the question, maybe even more important than to know the answer, just that you have that question, that's something you thought about. And what I like to do is I'd like to work with people who are interested in those kinds of questions. Whether they would like to work more on a physical aspect and get their body in good working order, and we can work on that through yoga, Thai body work, Reiki, nutrition, exercise, supplements. There's a lot of things that goes into keeping our body healthy. So it could be from that perspective, it could be an emotional perspective where we get, the physical house in order, but also deal with, is there any depression? Is there any anxiety? What you can do? There are some easier things to do with that. There could be more complicated things to do, but we can address those issues as well. And then the spiritual aspect as well. Do you feel lonely? Do you feel isolated? Can you extend your reach of your feeling of who you are slightly wider so that you don't feel isolated, and so that you also feel empowered to make different choices in your life that maybe will support your feeling of divine spirit a little bit more. So I like to work on all those points. I like to take a more of a bird's eye view on things and not too focused. I like to look at the whole life and see what can be corrected in all the different areas, because I feel that when we take all the little pieces and put them in good working order, then that leads to happiness, that leads to fulfillment, that leads to health. And I think it's important. I think we are meant to be healthy and happy, and we can work towards those goals. So if you're interested in any of that, I hope you reach out and sign up for the newsletter, and then we'll stay in touch.